name is Naim El-Yateem. I'm 22 years old, and I'm a proud Palestinian American. I was born and raised here in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, and I just graduated from Stony Brook University, where I received my BS in biology, and I'm on my way to becoming the first doctor in my family. I'm currently a medical scribe in a local doctor's office, and if you ever get to meet me, you'll quickly find out that I'm a diehard Brooklyn Nets fan and a New York Giants fan. Another fun fact is that I'm actually the son of a pastor, and I spent most Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays growing up in the church, helping out wherever I can, leading youth events, and making lifelong friends, some of which I can remember I've been hanging out with as long as I can remember. While I was born here in the States, both my parents arrived here from Palestine in the 90s, where they had to make a name for themselves and seek opportunity in this new land as they made their own path. In a similar way, today's text speaks about the homecoming of Joseph and his pregnant wife Mary and the arrival of the Lord. Today's reading is from Luke chapter 2, verses 4 through 7. Joseph also went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to the city of David called Bethlehem, because he was descended from the house and family of David. He went to be registered with Mary, to whom he was engaged and whom he was expecting a child with. While they were there, the time came for her to deliver her child, and she gave birth to her firstborn son and wrapped him in bands of cloth and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. This passage from Luke is about the beginning of our journey in the New Testament, and while the arrival of Christ in itself is miraculous and a story we've all come to know and love, the message goes even deeper. In the Old Testament, we hear of God's many miracles, like the story of creation in Genesis, and we see just how powerful God can be. But in this story, we see that it's bigger than that. Jesus coming into this world is the embodiment of the phrase, God's work, our hands. As we can see, God's justice and peace is made possible through us, and yet goes way beyond us, and is much bigger than any one person or country. The arrival did not happen quick. Jesus did not come out of thin air. Month after month after month, Mary's body took on God's challenge and grew and developed and supported this baby, and the arrival was as humble as it can be. For the Redeemer, who would do miracles, spread the word of God, and give his life for us, the welcome mat of a manger in a stable just doesn't seem fitting. There was no red carpet laid out for him, no spontaneous creation, but yet the fact that baby Jesus has arrived is the message that trumps all else. In the same way, through us, God's justice and peace can be delivered to those who have yet to have their arrival moment. Those suppressed, like my people and family in Palestine, and those who are not fortunate to live with many of the freedoms that we couldn't even imagine not having. Since even my grandparents were little kids, they witnessed wars, seizures, walls, checkpoints, and watched as families were separated and their peaceful life was stripped away from them. For them, arrival every time is still thanking God for what they do have. All the expectations and feelings we have towards a new journey, whether it's starting a new job, going to a new school, or whatever it may be, are all at their highest upon arrival. But with God in your heart and confidence on your mind, the arrival is just the first step in a brand new path that God has set out for you.